It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers, and it's coming up next.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we got a good NFC matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Again, everybody, alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. This field right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Justin Fields endured some literal growing pains his rookie season, taking hits and being forced to run for it behind a porous offensive line. But he also had moments where he showed his upside as a franchise quarterback. He did win 2 of his first 3 starts and had a 100-yard rushing game against San Francisco in Week 8. Several offseason changes in Chicago should help get Fields some help in year 2.
Fields going to throw right away. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Fields now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I haven't seen Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Fields. Man open, here's Jones. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awful tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Fields throwing again. Net open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A shotgun snap. Fields got an open man. It's Pringle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields on the slant. He'll get it to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Over the middle, it's complete. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shot.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Boys, it's been a nice first drive for them, but right there, Charles, a sack on 3rd and goal, that's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on 4th down, it's a much more difficult decision now. Likely kick the field goal, but if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The kickoff team on field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
Even as he nears age 40, Aaron Rodgers' game isn't taking a single backward step. He became only the 4th player to win back-to-back MVP awards and led Green Bay to its 3rd straight 13-win season. He avoids turnovers better than anyone in football at the quarterback position, and Green Bay, they are always a front runner with him under center.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
2021 wasn't quite the 11-touchdown outburst that we saw from Robert Tunyon the year prior. A torn ACL cost him half his season, and the Packers still believe he can be the impact player he was 2 years ago after his rehab. Pretty impactful play on that one, and it will move the chains.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. We got another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and that gets some of those big shots downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Chicago works their way back on the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goal post here. 1st and 10. from his goal line here, Fields. Here's Griffin on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the penalty decline, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage. A lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't it?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there completes a Mooney. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen. They need for it to happen now.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had no man that time. Ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So on 4th down, on is a punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Running left, Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Fourth down, so they send out Trent Gill. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Rodgers now to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do in practice.
2nd and 2. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have the sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something to be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield, pick up the first down.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Rodgers going to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves. This is a nice throw here on 3rd down and to keep the drive going.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you're running out of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Crosby is good, and they get themselves on board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And are able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
An injury cost Montgomery 4 games early in the year, which kept him from repeating his 1,000-yard season from the previous one. He still reached over 800 yards and caught another 42 passes and is firmly entrenched as the Bears' top backfield option for his 4th season.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. On first down, it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the completion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Fields. That is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Now here's Trenton Gill now. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
What's the deal, y'all?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Rodgers to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A final shot before the break. Fields under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Chicago. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if they continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
This is where you step up, right there.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I have to think a major focus in halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 10 more there and another first down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage and bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. Square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of the second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. Caught by Jones. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And a throw right sideline is complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. That's good for 28 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's got to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Fields. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Fields on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Fields. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there. We've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Fields going to keep it once more. The nice footwork gets it just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. A good little 2-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Khalil Herbert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon.
Running this red premium in the first half, he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers now to throw. A throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
An inside give to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of this hiding Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on the field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Yeah, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Fields. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Fields. Goes right back to him. It's Griffin again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Second down, here's an option right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion. And I think that's what we saw there.
I think what he saw, he thought defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Back to throw, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and results in an incomplete pass.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return on this one as a fair catch, a signal for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down at 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's Jones again on second down. No, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there. Making defense think it's going to be a pass.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, 57 yards. And the Packers strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterward to just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And now, after the touchdown moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Fields now to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 25. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back to his offensive line. Great job. Keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's hitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
After the big field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Herbert to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on a 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun. Fields. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle, a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the right side with Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I know that speed is a hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 24. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Flush out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Well, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Mason Child is stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Fields. Now slant to Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up 1st down and then some.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Just a yard and a pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 9. The give is to Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one goes for 8 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down when his run worked out.
Doesn't matter think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have a big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.